If you only have sex in marriage when you feel like having sex, your marriage is in trouble. Because the movies have lied to you that everything has to be picture perfect. And there'll be candles and petals. And then you just take each other to the bedroom and both of you are absolutely in the mood. There is something called maintenance sex. And can I tell you something? Maintenance sex is what will keep you home. Are you listening to me? Thank God for delight, there is duty. Do you know the Bible teaches this? That except for consent of time to pray, don't fail to render to your wife, your spouse, due benevolence. Now, he's coming from a duty standpoint. You ought to love sex, you ought to be excited about it. But now, this is your duty. And even spiritual devotion should not take you away from that duty for too long. Thank God for the times where there are just fireworks in the bedroom, but there's also a schedule, at least twice a week. You don't feel like it, lie down. Lie before problem go day. You know, if you eat well at home, your eye will not be roaming around for food outside. Help each other. It has been going too long. How many days now? You are busy. Light. We will do the fancy one when there is time. Drop your laptop, 5 minutes. I go live for you. The man, Gary Chapman, wrote a book, 4 Seasons of Marriage. And he said just the same way, especially in the European world, there are 4 seasons every year. There is spring, autumn, summer, and what? Which one am I missing? Winter, all right? Of course, Nigerians, we can't relate. We just know when it's not raining, sun is shining. Very simple. But elsewhere, there are 4 seasons. And he said, many marriages, including good marriages, have seasons. There is the winter season. In winter, it's cold. You love this person, but some things have gone, some water has gone under the bridge, and you're just cold towards each other. Communication is not flowing as it used to be, or as it used to. And it matters how you handle your winter season. Because it doesn't matter how much fun you had in summer. Listen, I'm your pastor, but I'm telling you, more often than not, winter is coming. Oh. I promise you, I didn't do that deliberately, but that's good. Okay, let me do it again. It doesn't matter how much fun you had in summer. Winter is coming. This is important, and I've seen people destroy something permanent for a temporary situation. What I'm telling you has been established in psychology. Behaviorists have done paperwork on it. This is empirical study. Have you heard of the 7-year itch? Someone even did a movie on it based on this ideology. Statistically, by the time the marriage gets to 7-8 years, either one of them or 2 of them would think of divorce. More often than not. Do you know what research does? It makes you know that you're not crazy. So when you get into those shoes, you know, it's just for a while. It's normal. And guess what? If you pass that stage, if you survive that phase, the marriage will go on to survive, very likely, forever. So these are just some things to understand. It's normal. Disagreement will occur. You didn't marry a robot. You married a real person. You have differences of perspective, differences of upbringing. So until you learn to love out of season, you're not even loving the Bible way. Please, are you listening to me? Come on, I said, are you listening to me? You know, I've said it time and again. Every marriage, every love story is like the Cinderella story. The first day you see Cinderella, the way she's dressed, everything is borrowed. And she's not trying to deceive you. That's just the rules of engagement. You don't go to a ball, you dress in the way you dress at home. So unintentionally, there are parts of people you don't see when you're in the dating phase. And true love begins after midnight. When the horse disappears and turns back to a mice, and the fancy shoes disappear, and she's back to her normal, decent clothes, and everything disappears. It is from then that the clock of love begins to tick. It is from then. All the other ones were just secondary. No matter how long your dating phase was, you never really know who you are getting married to. There will will be things you will see after the honeymoon stage that will surprise you. You see, that fine boy that you're dating, have you smelt his farts? I'm not trying to scare you, but I saw a video of somebody who was on admission, and they investigated very hard. Where is this sickness coming from? They couldn't tell. So when they did some studies, they found the chemicals that farting gas used to release, in the lady's body in a high volume. So what happens is the lady likes to sleep under the duvet, and the guy for there, they give her hospital. Come on, are you listening to me? And true love begins after midnight. And you see, I think to help us understand love out of season, I want to explain something that a lot of churchgoers don't know. And it is the fact that marriage is a covenant. Some of us think we know it, but we act otherwise. Marriage is a covenant. Marriage is not a contract. The average Christian treats marriage like a contract. And I will tell you the difference in a bit. Marriage is not a contract. Marriage is a covenant. Today, if you want to start a church, just go to Corporate Affairs Commission. If the name is available, they register the name for you. Get a good venue, get a website, get social media handles, and start teaching whatever it is on your mind, whether it is rubbish or right. No matter how foolish you are, at least one person will believe. But if you don't have a call, you don't have a call. Simple and straightforward. The same way, if you want to get married, and both of you are mature, above the age of 18, you can just go to the courts, get married, get the legal documents, and start a home. But you have to understand, before any government existed, it was God who said it is not good that man should be alone. Are you getting what I'm saying? It was all God's idea. And the Bible says, what God has joined together. So, who joins a man to his wife? Answer me now. It is God who joins a man to his wife. The government may have given you a certificate, but it is God who joins a man to his wife. So the most important dealing between both of you is the covenant, not the contract. And it doesn't matter the cultural perspective in your context or the legal perspective in your context, especially as a believer in Jesus Christ. Treat marriage first and above all else as a covenant.